Hey guys, Michael Foley here with the Sell Car Concierge. I wanted to do a video today on negotiating for a car sale or lease and some good habits and strategies and tactics. The number one tactic to use when you're in that negotiation process. So the biggest thing you really want to think about when you're wanting to negotiate for a car, whether that be buying a car, leasing a car, financing a car, is I like to always think of it as big picture. So I always want to get an out the door price that I'm going to pay. So it makes things a lot easier and you don't end up fighting over the little fees here and there. They need to wrap that all in. So if I'm wanting to get an out the door price, I'm gonna pay $60,000 and I'm gonna walk out the door, I'm gonna cut you a check and that's it. And whatever fees, there's no fees on top of that. So I think it's a lot easier conceptually to manage that so that you know exactly what you're paying. When it comes to a lease, this is how much I'm putting down, this is what my monthly payment is. No extra fees, whatever fees they have, that has to be included in their out the door price. So that's why I like to really talk that number, not sale price of the car, because then there's a lot of extras that come on top of it. So what am I gonna do when I walk out of here? I'm gonna cut you a check for how much, and that's what I like to negotiate. So the biggest thing that you really want to make sure that you do is always have a number in your head that is the top dollar that I'm going to spend, and if he can't get under it, I'm actually going to get up and walk out. You always have to have that number. So typically when I go in and start negotiating, I want to talk to him in out the door prices and say, this is what I'm thinking, this is where I want to start the negotiation, and start the negotiation always significantly lower than where your top dollar is, and never tell him your top dollar. So once you start there, then propose the question. And the biggest tip that I have and the most success that I found is when this is in person, be silent. So propose a question and say, hey, I'm thinking 35,000 out the door, and just wait. And he'll be like, oh no, that's way too low, and just hang out and just sit in silence. The one thing that I've found is that it is way more uncomfortable for him than it is for you, because it's terribly uncomfortable to sit there in silence and have him staring at you, but it is 10 times more uncomfortable for him. And so what's going through his head is he wants to get that car sale, so he's trying to think of different ways or different things that he can say to meet you in the middle. So he might come up with, well, maybe we can I could talk to my manager, and you'd be like, okay, and then let him do a talk and see what he comes back at. And so really using that silence is golden strategy is really powerful when it comes to negotiation. So never forget that. But so really out the door price, only talk those numbers. Really make sure that you keep a poker face while you're having these conversations and through the whole test driving experience. And silence is golden. Okay, so hopefully those were helpful, and if you did want some help through that process, this is what our team here at Sell Car Concierge does, and we'd love to help you guys out if you have any questions. So feel free to leave us a comment or take a look at our website, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks.